So I came down here with my hot peppers this morning because I want to show you a technique for starting seeds. Now all these plants here, except for that one's a sage plant that I dug up from the snow, were started with this technique. And it's not something I would use for all of the seeds in my garden. These are even more hot peppers, habaneros, and these are the scorpion peppers. But this was sort of an experiment that I was doing just to see if I could get these super hots to grow. And sometimes you do have trouble starting these seeds. They seem to take an extra long time to germinate. These Scotch bonnets here and the Reapers probably took over a month before they even started to grow at all. So this is a good way to see what's actually going on with the seed, so you don't have to wonder as it's buried in all this dirt and you keep watering it constantly and watching the little mildew growing on top of the soil and wondering if anything is even happening. Okay, so these are the ahi chombo seeds that I started. They're a Panamanian variety of pepper I ordered from Baker Creek, and they're similar to a Scotch bonnet. As you can see, I just stuck them on a wet paper towel, which is on this takeout container lid. I started these about 2 weeks ago. You can see their little fuzzy roots all popping out here. That means all these seeds are good and they're ready to start growing. So I'm going to stick them in some dirt. And you can see this is useful because now I know that these seeds are actually good instead of sitting here for 2 weeks, or in the case of these other peppers, over a month, and wondering whether or not the seeds are doing anything or just rotting under the soil and wasting time watering it, and wasting space and wasting dirt. You can see I don't really have a lot of extra space here. And I just stuck them in my seed drawer here. So they had sort of a dark, warm-ish place. It's not super hot down here, but warm enough to grow, and checked on them every couple days. And now I'm going to stick them in the dirt. Kind of stuck to a paper towel, if that's okay. That's what roots are supposed to do. And just kind of plopping them in there. You don't have to make sure that the roots are down. They'll figure it out, but it probably helps if you can stick the root down. I might appreciate that. So that's about it. And hopefully all these little guys will put up some leaves in the next week or so. They won't always do it, but once they get to this root phase, they have a much better chance of surviving than obviously if they don't. And for this variety, these ahi chombos, I got all 8 of them that I started to germinate, which is like 100% germination rate. But for some of the other peppers, the Reapers in particular, I think I started 8 and I only got 5 of them to germinate. So, that's why this is actually a good way to test for seeds if you're not sure if they're viable or not. And, to get an idea of what percentage of them are likely to grow if you do start them traditionally in the soil. How much to expect from that. Yeah, so, that was my paper towel seed technique. All these peppers grew from it, and hopefully they will continue to grow. So it is Monday, so this is 4 days since I put the seeds in, and as you can see, they're already starting to grow. Got 5 of them so far out of the 8, and I expect the other ones will probably be popping out of there soon. And now they're well on their way to joining the pepper forest that I have going on down here. See, all the rest of them are over here now. Looking lovely. So, yeah, I hope this has been a useful technique for you. It's a great way to virtually ensure that the seeds you plant are going to come up.